If you're somebody who deals with a lot of private information, sensitive data, or HIPAA compliance, and at the same time you're worried about using public AI models for AI automations or whatever it is you need, I have a solution for you. In today's video, we are going to be going over how to build a private AI agent that does not send any of your information to any outside sources, so everything stays completely local. So, getting straight into it. This right here is a simple AI agent that I made to pretty much get any information from a Google review or product review, whatever it is, from a customer feedback, let's just call it that. It'll send it to an AI agent, which will then pretty much take everything that's being said and break it up into a simple to read process. Now, the key to this, or why this build is so useful, now again, everything that I build here on this channel is a baseline. Sometimes I might do a full out build, but more times than not, I'm giving you the keys you need to start out somewhere, and then you can edit it, customize it to your own need. But the reason why these AI models, private models, are so good, or local ones I should say, is because it doesn't send any information out and it doesn't cost anything to use inside of N8N. So we're going to be using a Llama model, which is pretty much just a model of AI that's downloaded onto your computer, and it's from Meta. It uses nothing but the prompt information you give it. That way you don't need to connect to the internet, you don't need to send anything else going out. Now, to download this, I don't have a video on my channel going over it just yet, but I'll have one up later this week, maybe even the next video, to go over it. And you do have to have this downloaded onto your server and or device, otherwise it's not going to work. But that's not the purpose of this video. Let's stay on track. So here we're going to have a sheet that takes everything from, everything from a feedback sheet. We just have one information. Oh, where'd it go? There you go. We have one comment right now. Then from there, it'll be fed to the AI agent. Now, the whole purpose of this agent, again, is just to read everything that's being said from the feedback from the customer and give the developing team or the business feedback on how they can improve based off of what the customers are saying. So that's the agent and the prompt. Again, you can pause the video and look at it if you want to. Actually, I'll show it to you one more time, just so you can see. Can I open this up? I cannot. Okay. Super simple. You can pause the video, slow it down, get everything you need to. Okay. Then going over here is the code for it. Now this code, I should note, since I am using the Qwen 3 model, when you're using Qwen 3 on N8N, it's going to give you a whole bunch of thinking, and that's not something you can necessarily use. I'll show you right now, actually. But we won't let it load. Another thing, these AI models that are local take a good amount of time to run, depending on your device. Now, I'm on my MacBook right now. If I was on my desktop, it'd be a little quicker, but the speed of a local model when you're using it is dependent on your own hardware. So keep that in mind. If you have an older device, it might not be as quick. It might not even work depending on how old it is or the specs of it. But more times than not, if it was made in the last 4 or 5 years or so, your device, I should say, it should be able to run it. But again, if you're running a more complicated build or a harder prompt to handle, then it could vary. But overall, if you have a device that was made at least by 2020, you should be okay. So this is what I was talking about right here. It gives you the thinking and the output compared to like OpenAI, which will only give you the output that you told it to in the prompt. Because if you look here, I even have logic for not showing me anything besides the actionable insights, which is all the way, where is it? Right here. So it should only be showing me this, but because of the Qwen 3 model, the way it's set up, it's going to show you the thinking as well, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I wish, go back here. I wish it would give like a separate option just to take the it will break up the thinking and the output to two different fields, but it is what it is. So you don't want this. This is bad. If you place this into a sheet or any CRM, it's going to be a whole bunch of nonsense. So this code right here this code right here pretty much turns it into something that's readable, or better yet, I should say, it breaks it up so we only see the actionable steps, which is the part we actually need. There we go. So going back over here, if you run this now, it'll break it up into keywords. So it'll be dashboard, export button, frustration, weekly reporting, design, all that, which is just some other logic that my vibe coded out. It's not important right now, but if we take that code and come over here to a set node, we can take the actionable insight and put it into a field. So now we go ahead and hit test. We get the actual steps that we need to give to the team. The product team should review the UI changes to locate the export button and ensure it's easily accessible, possibly adding visual cues or tooltips to guide users. That's great. Now, let's see. We go over here and create our own, a new one. I like the dashboard, but I don't like the super colorful design. Make it more minimalistic and easier to read. Oh, look at. All right, there we go. Now we come back over here. 1 second. Clear that out. This whole thing all over again. It should give us new items or new feedback. Go ahead and run that. And by the time this is done, give it like 20-15 seconds. I'll be back to you. Okay, so I did make a mistake. I'm gonna show you guys right now. So what I forgot was, or what I realized is that there's 2 outputs now because I added in a new feedback trigger. Now, something you should know with these AI models that are local and private, they're not as fine-tuned, meaning it's not going to be as smart or quick to adapt as OpenAI might be, for example. Now, what I mean by that is if you give OpenAI an image saying, hey, tell me what you see in this photo, it'll say, I see a man and a dog playing with a ball. They're wearing the same color shirt, whatever, right? This model right here, for example, would say something like, I see 2 individuals, one seems to be a dog, it might be daytime, there's grass, there's a ball, the ball is possibly around this size, the sky looks like it's morning around 6 a.m., whatever, right? It'll give you way more random information because it's not tuned, it's not defined enough. So if you're using these private models, you really got to be super exact. And because I wasn't, for like 5 minutes I had to fix it, but to make this work, I'll have to do something like a limiter or some type of logic for first in, first out, or last in, first out, something like that, to make this whole process work. Or I can just come over here and edit this code block right here to take more than one input. Either way, either way, I'm not gonna go right now because it's not that important, but I just kind of want to show you how to get this going and set up in your own system. That way you can take advantage of it. Now, we'll be making more videos more in depth around this, explaining how to take these private models and put them to better use, maybe with more demo builds as well. So that's that. If you have any questions on how to install these private models for your own business, click the link down below in the description, book a free 15-minute call, and we can talk about if these models are a good idea for you. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you.